A bit of movement, picks out Laws. Laws once again this weekend shuttling between the back row and the second row. He was a back rower last weekend up at the AJ Bell. Reinach's clearing kick into Gloucester territory, but not for long. Here goes Sharples. Cipriani. And now Marshall. And this is Atkinson. Thought about kicking, then does. And it might yet work for Rees-Zammit. We know how quick he is. If he gathers, he'll score. And he's at it again. He is at it again. Louis Rees-Zammit. Sean David, the TMO, has told the referee you'll have heard about the number of Gloucester penalties being conceded. They're under pressure again here. Franco Mostert doing what he can to try and halt this drive, but it doesn't look like anybody will be able to. And Mike Haywood, the man who started it with the throw at the line, finishes it with the try over the line. Harrison popping up a lot on this left-hand side, taking on smaller players.
Tackle, release! Ball's hit, no! You're lying on him.
Reinach, oh, he's through and he will score. He took on a big prop. He got round a big obstacle and scores the try that stretches Saints' lead at the start of this second half. Simpson digging. Willie Hine still having that cut treated.
It's a tackle now. Thank you, Ray.
Cipriani. And then Atkinson. Oh, he does well to pick up Harris. And Harris, having scored his first Gloucester try in the Premiership last weekend, gets his second the following one. And they are right back in it. Simpson, Murray. Oh, and he's tipped up. And that might be checked. Lewis Ludlam with the tackle.
Sean, did you get that?
Yeah, I'm trying to find him, but he does use his left arm.
He does use his left arm.
On we go. And now Reinach herring after this. Oh my goodness! Off his knee, into his arms, over the line, and Reinach now does have two.
They checked it. He said he used his left arm.
Cipriani, Marshall, once more from fullback into midfield. Atkinson to Harris, looking busy, and this is Freddie Clark, and he's galloping away, and this is Rees-Zammit, and he will score his second. He was suggesting that he'd not been busy of late. He's got another one. Louis Rees-Zammit. Franco Murray is still with us, incidentally, and so is Harris, and he's broken through, and Simpson was calling for it. He's still up in support. And again, the tackling, this time of Arsi Tuala. Simpson hoists it over the top to Grobler. He's got Marshall to his right-hand side. Gloucester at the moment with 2 bonus points on the table. It might be the least they go away with if they can score here. Cipriani, oh, and then clattered on, and it is going to run in that left-hand corner for Rees-Zammit, and it's a hat-trick. Louis Rees-Zammit.
Kicking you, and then kick it out. I guess, time up now, exactly what they're going to do. Just Taylor asking.
Well, the Premiership's top 2 try scorers this season, not letting us down. More headlines, and a first Premiership hat-trick for Louis Rees-Zammit. Rees Lightning, but more Premiership points for Northampton, who go top. Northampton 33, Gloucester 26.
Fatted, basted, cooked and consumed, and with festive foodie indulgence on the wane, it is time for a different sort of Christmas treat as the Sale Sharks arrive on the banks of the Avon to take on Bath at the Wreck. Good counter nudge there from Sale, but Faletau has it up this time to Chudley. Priestland, pop ball to Jamie Roberts, who manages to go through one tackle and over the gain line. Chudley goes again, Dunn carries on this occasion.
He was offside, never
So,
onside, number 5.
Sale in an offside position, advantage being played here to Bath, and Stook carries the ball into contact. Priestland chips it out wide. Jonathan Joseph, can he create a little gap where there is none? Very little advantage coming here for Bath. Slow ball as well, they're going backwards. And so, the penalty. Reece Priestland opens the scoring at the wreck. And Bath keeping it tight. Round the fringe on that occasion. Stook is tackled low. Ships it to Stewart. Stewart rampaging, lovely offload from him to Priestland. Needs some support and not to get isolated there. Chudley wins the penalty. Sales slow out of the way there, although they may have saved themselves with what could be deemed as a slightly cynical piece of play. Jonathan Joseph gets over the ball. Roccan Danguni on this near side's crying for the ball. Anthony Watson will try first of all. Joseph, McAnally straightens, really strong ball carry there from McAnally, who set this all in motion by stealing the line out.
We've got a penalty for not rolling away. Just back
They come back for the Bath penalty.
Absolutely, yeah. That's it, mate, you got it.
For not rolling away. And that's now 2 from 2. Reece Priestland remains perfect from the kicking tee so far this afternoon. Tackled well in midfield.
You've got to release to start with.
Faf de Klerk ships it on once more. Great tackle on Wilgrave John this time. Bath defence stands firm and turns it over and wins the penalty. The defensive effort from White, Blue and Black has been quite outstanding in the opening 40 minutes. Pick up, drive forward out the back of the hand. Dupree to Dupree. And Rob Dupree's boot finds Tom Homer, who under the lights here at the wreck swivels and then off the outside of the boot, chips ahead and chases and collects well. Enterprising play from the fullback, Chudley. Joseph, inside run from Priestland at speed. Priestland back inside to Joseph. The first try will be scored by the hosts. And it's Jonathan Joseph, created by Tom Homer. Tom Homer setting off here. Ball picked up by Chudley. Joseph back inside the Priestland. Great supporting line run there, and unselfishly from Priestland popped back to the centre when he probably would have gone over himself. Sale must return with some points. John O'Ross, the target of the line-out, well collected. The maul formed and Sale starting to get some traction towards that Bath line. Bath stutter in defence. Van der Merwe under control of the ball. Sale staying on their feet. Van der Merwe still there, getting towards the line and over. Sale have their try. They have their way back into the game as well. But Sale always in control there. Huge effort being put in by Bryn Evans and John O'Ross. They have them waiting. John O'Ross is the first. Sharks have the bit between their teeth at the moment. They're winning all the collisions out on the field of play. Jake Cooper-Woolley drives towards the line. Ball slower on the way back, but the pack have it, and they twist. Turn towards that post, out again, the numbers are there, surely, it's a strolling from McGuigan. Sale have 2 tries in almost as many minutes, and they're back to within 1. And that ball fired out wide by Dupree, well finished by McGuigan. Cleaner connection, and this one's on target, and Sale take the lead. Up to that gain line, Elliot Stook this time, well tackled.
Nothing around the horizon.
Done. Priestland.
Penalty. I've got your mark for that, Greg. Okay, just a no arms tackle in the back.
Jamie Roberts.
Straight to the
Once
in the back.
again, this is in kicking range. Wall went up almost as soon as it left his boot. Priestland puts Bath back into the lead. The fans count it down. Should be enough. Penalty one. Tapped and kicked into touch by Chris Cook. And Priestland's penalty seals it. And it is Bath who emerge victorious. 16 points to 14.
O'Connor getting caught there in midfield, but they get the penalty.
Two really silly back-to-back penalties, especially of dominant tackles. Fekitoa is doing a brilliant job in that 13 channel.
Not quite as accurate as last time around, but this is certainly an opportunity to increase those numbers. It's a sweet strike. The flags are raised. Bristol are on the book. Yes, it gave the fullback plenty of time. Maybe a chance to launch something. That was Le Bourgeois with the tackle, but it's turned over. Here goes Willis. Well, this Wasp back row is having an enjoyable night. There's Umanga. Oh, it's through, it's Umanga! What a way to atone for those two penalty misses. It's the first try of the night.
Little show and go for Jacob Umanga, brings up his first Premiership try. What a moment for the young man. And he fashioned it all himself. Once he gets hit behind, he's got the speed. And it's Wasps who started, the brighter of the two sides.
He's outward again. The new man. And that brilliant yellow jersey, Berlanu, doing his bit. Here goes Randall. Time to go wide. Through the tackle. And Bristol have their score. By the way, was Charles Piatau's 12th try in the Premiership. 6 of those for Wasps, 6 for Bristol. But look at this, what a response this is! He's going all the way on his own. Well, he missed the tackle on Piatau a couple of moments ago. He made no mistake that time. Malachi Fekitoa has bitten back for Wasps. Malachi Fekitoa, his first try as a Premiership player. Let's hope the boss's son is not out of the game too long, because he had a rotten time with injuries of late. Well, this is brilliant stuff again from Wasp, ripping holes in the midfield. Zach Kibarigi that time. And the touch from Minozzi, and Minozzi has got in the corner. Well, they say Christmas was cancelled at Wasps. They certainly didn't waste the time. The day of December the 25th might have been the day they turned things around. Here we are again. In goes O'Connor. In goes Morahan. They're over the line. They've got it down, and it is that man Thacker. Capon, the last one wasn't straight. There's nothing wrong with that one to Chris Bowie. It's with Nathan Hughes. It's now back to Capon. Wasps have to be mindful of their discipline here. And right on cue, there's the penalty.
Joe Launchbury's absolutely furious with the referees, come straight through the middle of that. He's not released his binding. He cannot believe the referee's given the penalty there.
May well prove to be the Bristol hero. Sensible, there's Berlanu onto Umanga. Will we have one final twist? Here goes Gopper. He's still going, the referee says there was no tackle. Umanga out there to Launchbury. Kibarigi, Nizam Carr bursting down the wing. He's there. He's got the ball score. What a dramatic conclusion. Nizam Carr, the only change to this Wasps side tonight. And he has the final say.
if they wish to.
That is unbelievable from Nizam Khan. Look at that.
If he kicks it after 0, yes.
Pietau that he bounces off of there. Manages to avoid the tackle of Fricker.
And what a way to finish for Jacob Umanga. What a stunning second half.
Farrell back to George. Malin's in all sorts of trouble, and White will hack on, and White in a race for the line, and White will gather and score. Not quite as quick as he did at Twickenham in the final, but from a Chiefs perspective, quick enough. Ray hoisted highest. George rolled round, and then the big heavy mob bring it away. It's going to be a yellow card, and it's going to be for Harry Williams. He's not messing around today, Wayne Bones.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
He sees stuff and he reacts immediately to it, and Exeter with Harry Williams off for 10 minutes under even more pressure. Again to Ray, and again in that little 5-metre corridor, Mako Vunipola spins away. Ray ready to go with George there and Ezekwe there, and the bionic Wallaby skeletons there as well. So many threats. Vincent Koch might provide a South African one. Billy Vunipola tried to find him. Chiefs working so hard defensively, and a man down working brilliantly. Exeter have worked so hard to keep it scoreless so far in this first half, but in the dwindling seconds, Saracens with one final opportunity to get things going, and they are going with Jamie George. Ball safely pocketed and over the line, and
what a tackle!
Can't get it down. Oh, that is momentous defence. Hepburn making sure that they have one more drive in them. And again it's yours.
Hands away now! Hands away!
Ollie Devoto looks interested. Still do the pack, however, and Sam Simmons slips up just short. Vermeulen goes, drives, scores! A big Chiefs try! And still Sarries look for their first points. Singleton to Farrell. Lazowski accelerates. Maitland's beyond him. He's got Daly away to his right. Sarries combining the flyers, and the latest of them couldn't keep his footing, but still possession. Lazowski, oh, that's clever to pick out Taylor, and Earl was offering some support, but before Taylor could get the ball away, Tom Foley saw a foot in touch. And maybe now it's all coming out, all of that frustration that the Chiefs have talked about.
See the little bit of afters there. I think White just holding Taylor down. Taylor just gets up and flips him, and that's just the spark, the only spark that was needed. But there's Harry Williams come in from the subs bench.
He's now looking for Harry Williams, who has gone AWOL. Here he is. Come on, Harry. Take your porridge.
Penalty, it will be.
Collected by Ray, and a collective effort. Everybody involved. The backs involved, Wigglesworth involved. But look at Tyone, and look at the Chiefs trying to hold them up.
It will be a penalty try.
It's a penalty try.
Entry, killed the ball, penalty try.
And 90 seconds away from being rendered pointless for the first time in a decade. Saracens have a significant 7 points finally. And the final word of a Premiership decade, spoken with the hint of a Devonshire accent. One of the teams of the decade, the Chiefs, will head into a new one, top of the table.
Change of direction. Ibitoye, speaking about players stooping down. Ibitoye is only 5'8", you know. Chisholm in pursuit here. Defender is Lewis. Hearts and mouths for Leicester.
This is a big scrum for Quins, this. They want to prove a point, 5 yards out.
Smashes it out to Lasike. Rehearsed move, executed to perfection. Paul Lasike, the USA international, on his first start for Quins in a year. Smith. He timed that pass well. Recycled by Ross Chisholm, outdone by Sinclair. However, stolen away. And this is a run to the line. Well finished, and Leicester right back in the game. Eastman rewarded for his good defensive endeavours earlier in the game. And Leicester from nothing get their first try of the game. It's become a nervy, tense atmosphere now. One of Quins got up their sleeve. Smith with that little jump again that he likes. Oh, he's going to get there as well. Twinkle toes, flashing feet. Marcus Smith dances over. Harlequins get their second try of the game. Options right and left here for Danny Kerr. Chooses James Chisholm. Scored a try against Wasps last weekend. Sinclair propelled backwards with a huge hit, but it's not really slowing the forward motion of Quins now. Pure brute strength drives them over. Smiles for Chris Robshaw. They have upped the tempo in this second half, Harlequins. They have delivered for Paul Gustard. Lotta now, who's back today after a 3-week ban. And a dangerous high tackle on Will Chudley. Can Leicester make this count? Oh, they must do. Truck and trailer delivered over. Jordan Tafua scored a try on his home debut last week. Penalty to Leicester.
Yeah, he's going now. Yellow card for Collier.
So Will Collier, who's not been on the field all that long, on as a replacement when Kyle Sinclair was injured. Presumably Sinclair will be unable to take part in further scrums, so they're running out of props. Wayne Barnes, how difficult is it when you know a team is trying to waste time because they have a player in the bin? How do you usher them to keep moving?
Well, I think Matt Carley's dealt with that really well. He's stopped the watch at every opportunity. We've got a marching forward scrum at 100 rate to not here, so he'll come back for the penalty to Leicester if he needs to. But it's a referee's nightmare, isn't it? He gives a free kick to the Leicester, and then they look at him and say, we'll take another scrum.
Here is a chance. Piano! What about this? Similarity with the try earlier on from Eastman. It's a burst and a break. A narrow avenue of opportunity presented itself. Little glance of the post for Marcus Smith. Drop goal certainly within range now. Who's going to grab the headlines at Twickenham? For the moment, they keep it in amongst the forwards. Lauday, who's been making those surges all afternoon. That's so unfortunate. I think it was Dunbrand who couldn't take the ball with it. Knock on from both sides. First of them, though, by Quins.
Time off.
saying his position is legal. Forward momentum still for Quins. But turnover for Tigers. Big moment. So the full-time whistle is blown. Some confusion right at the end, but that will be that. It was a game in which they went at it, each of them, hammer and tongs. 30 points apiece, 3 tries each.
Hokart, Mills, here goes Beck. You have to admire the quality of this London Irish defence at the moment. The long pass out there, Howe is in! 5.5 minutes.
Time off. TMO intervention. Rosie, what are we looking at?
So we're looking at the ball being lost forward as he goes over the line.
Okay.
So tempo, the hand under the ball first, then he loses possession, losing the ball forward, and then it's over the line.
Fine,
But he's
that's
lost
going to be
forward
no
first.
try. Thanks, mate. Good work. No try.
Well, I think it was the hand of Ollie Hassel-Collins that made the difference. There's Rogerson.
Release!
Well,
Roll away. Number 1, he's wrong side.
it's Callum
Second
Black
of 9.
finding himself
Roll
on the
away.
wrong side and
Number 1.
not rolling away, so another penalty conceded by the loose head. London Irish, despite the early pressure from Worcester, have opened the scoring. Hokart. Hard one to take for Beck. He did rather well there around his bootlaces.
Been lifted, no offsides.
Here's Hokart again. The Prier at speed, and it's Duncan Weir. A powerful carry there from Nick Shonett.
He's got more opportunity to move.
And it was Duncan Weir coming at pace.
Perfect, thanks, mate.
And the little fella. Weir. Mills had to reach for that. Cornel de Prier perhaps a little bit surprised. There's Matt Moulds, the captain.
Advantage, high.
The high tackle, there's a penalty here to Worcester.
Not you, not you. Over the shoulder, on the net. You
Alan Dell, guilty.
Okay.
This is the one.
Post called. Number 1, high
Yeah,
tackle.
just going over. He's very, very reliable indeed. Phipps.
Advantage, 3 offside in the channel.
There's Matu. Worcester have come offside.
Side.
Foul play by White 1.
David Rose is going to look
Time
at
off.
this.
Checking
That's
for
what we're
foul play by
talking
White.
about.
Whistle has clearly gone. You've come in forcefully, smashed him with a yellow card. Off you go.
Seriously?
Off you go. Right, are we here?
Kitchener. Long
Backwards,
pass there
play
from
on.
Duncan Weir. That was ambitious. Potentially dangerous as well. He's still going, it's Howe. Hokart. Well, that is high. That is very high.
And it's a high level of danger, and it's head directly to head.
When he appeared in front of a disciplinary panel
Captain.
after a dangerous tackle against Russia, is going to have
It's
his
an upright
afternoon
tackle,
shortened as
high level
well.
of danger, head directly to head. It's a red card. Mark's right. Back to him.
London Irish
Rosie, can you just
go down to
confirm
13
mark,
for
please?
now.
Yeah, you're about.
Now maybe an opportunity. Bit of space here for Beck. Beck has got support inside from Hokart. Hokart has Lance. Well, they made that look so easy, and it makes you wonder why they made much of the last half hour look so difficult. And you have to say it's the vision here of Francois Hokart. He could see the gap was available. Ashley Beck so cool. Hokart simply had to draw his
Tempo, no
man.
issues.
And John O'Lance The hero of the win down at Harlequins gets the try.
Choosy.
It was all about, from that point, just going through the basics.
Set!
It's almost certainly the last act of the match. Michael Heaney there with the put in.
Tempo, it's your time.
And Worcester get the penalty. But it's certainly not been a Gallagher Premiership masterpiece, but it has been a victory for Worcester, and my, didn't they need it. They have beaten London Irish. The final score in 6 ways. Worcester 20, London Irish 6.